Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at this week's pre-orders, and they are live. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. Alright, so here we've got this week's pre-orders, and they are live. So let's check them out here. And I have heard some early reports that not only the Shadow of the 8th has been selling out relatively quickly, but also the Necromunda core rulebook has been selling out very quickly as well. Now, I do suspect that it's probably just because they don't have a ton of them, but it is supposed to be a part of the permanent range. So first we have that Minka Lesk model, brand new character here, $40 for her, and there is like a little mission scenario you can play along with that. And then we also have the Shadow of the 8, and for this Shadow of the 8, this is the special edition, limited and signed, 1,500 copies worldwide. It does have that cool little cloth cover and everything going on there, signed by the artist Justin D. Hill. And just pretty cool overall. I definitely like the look of this one. Definitely stands out from a lot of the other special editions. And I did go ahead and pick this one up. And then we have that Necromunda core rulebook. There has been a lot of excitement behind this. Just the fact that they haven't really had a standalone core rulebook that you could purchase individually. It is $70 for the rulebook, so a little on the pricey side, especially since Games Workshop's been giving away a lot of rules lately. But from what I understand, this is a permanent addition to the range, and it has basically everything you need to play Necromunda, to play any of the settings, any of the gangs, at least like your basic setup. From there, though, I can't really tell you the specifics as I just don't know them yet. But very cool, something that's been waited on for quite a while and just makes it a little bit more approachable for new players to start playing Necromunda. And then just scrolling down here, we have those Necromunda core gang tactics cards. So pretty cool if you don't have the gang specific tactics cards. This is just something that everybody can use. Again, very good because you need something that makes it so that new players can get into the game. And the Open Hive War card pack, 15 bucks for those. And again, just a way to like generate random missions, have a little fun. Necromunda is not necessarily the most balanced game. It's more for like campaigns and like epic moments. So it's cool sometimes to have missions that aren't just even coin toss. Next we have this Tanith Regimental banner. So people like these collectors, kind of like wall art type thing. 40 bucks for that. I could see how somebody would be after this and want to throw it up on the wall or in their game room or something like that. Pretty cool, 40 bucks. These things tend to be like pretty nice quality. And then we see the Shadow of the 8th hardback book. So 30 bucks for the Shadow of the 8th. That is just the same book, the non-limited edition version. So 75 bucks for the special edition or 30 bucks for the regular edition. And then we also see Minka Lesk. This is the paperback version. And this is the last Whitesheild, which is a compilation of, I think it's like 5 or 6 other Minka Lesk novels. So if you are after like the whole backstory and everything, that's kind of like the compilation. And then this one picks up after those. Next on the list, we have Harrowmaster paperback right here. $17.99 for that one. And then just kind of scrolling down, we got some other cool stuff here too. The Necromunda card sleeves. $12.50 for those. Definitely a little on the pricey side. They do have the Necromunda thing on the back there. These are larger than like your typical like magic cards and stuff like that to fit all of your like game aids. $12.50 for those. Pretty cool, pretty neat. Definitely smart of Games Workshop to sell like some branded merchandise like that, where they can essentially just pick up an already made card sleeve and then slap a little graphic on there. Very smart on their part. And then we see some leftovers from last week. We had that core rule book. Definitely a cool item right here. Some of those paint sets, a couple of the individual releases. And that pretty much is it for this week. So not a ton going on from Games Workshop this week. And probably a good decision, to tell you the truth, as they have definitely been just overwhelming their own production lately. So I really wish they would do a little less releases, kind of slow everything down a bit and spend a little time getting caught up on their backlog. I've been discussing recently just how much of their stuff is sold out, especially like the 40K range in particular. And it's just insane at this point in time. Over 50% of the Space Marine stuff is out of stock. Something like 75 to 90% of Tyranids, a lot of Necron stuff. I've just been hearing from people one after another that it's just been very, very frustrating over the last like 3 to 12 months, just trying to get a hold of specific models. And that's just any models too, not even specifically the ones that are really good. The stuff that's really good is basically like unattainable at this point in time. So I do think Games Workshop needs to make some changes. Those changes will definitely be welcome if they kind of slow down their production and just put out a little less new stuff just until they kind of get caught up on everything. I know it would throw off their timetable a little bit. I know they have like specific schedules and everything and like, you know, roadmaps. But the fact of the matter is, what is the point of having a massive range of stuff if everything is just out of stock all the time? I mean, from a business perspective, it just doesn't make sense. So hopefully they're going to get that together, kind of work on improving that, slowing down their new stuff, catching up on their old production. But we went through like the list of stuff to come, and it just feels like there are never-ending amount of releases always just coming down the pipe. And we know that their production's been running at basically like 100% capacity. So now a quick message from today's sponsor. CMO Games has been selling Games Workshop products online for over 20 years. They carry the full line of Games Workshop products, including Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, Blood Bowl, paint tools, and more. Almost all Games Workshop products are priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games takes pre-orders for most Games Workshop products released at their earliest date possible. 12:01 a.m. on Saturday, they go live. Most of these pre-order products are also priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games offer free shipping in the US 48 with an order of $50 or more. Their customer service is top-notch and they ship most orders within 24 hours. Visit CMOGames.com using the affiliate link in the description and let them know that you heard about CMO Games from Warhammer Man. Now back to the video. So let's go ahead and jump back in here and see if this Necromunda core rulebook is sold out already. Wow, yeah, so that was really quick there. So basically went in like just a couple of minutes. And we know typically the US will get a larger supply of those. So once again, a product that the community has been asking for, has been basically saying that they need for, I mean, months, realistically years at this point in time. So it is really nice that this came out, but obviously they substantially underestimated the demand. And that is at the $70 price tag as well. So it's not like they could have like price this a little more and sold a few less of them. $70 is basically, you know, the top end of the range for them to sell like any kind of rule book for. So the fact that they sold out that quickly for $70 tells you that this product has been long overdue. So definitely not good for Necromunda players out there that are after that. But from what I understand, this is not limited in any way. This is a permanent addition to the range. So it should not be a problem to get one of these in the future. The question is, are they going to be back in stock in a couple weeks, a couple months, or, you know, hopefully by end of year? That is yet to be answered. And what about Shadow of the 8th Special Edition? So that one is still up for now. So that didn't sell out quite that quickly. I would expect this to go relatively fast though. Minka Lesk is pretty popular. And then alongside like the new figure and everything too, I would imagine that a lot of people would be picking those up. Just kind of like paint up the new character, have the new book, all that kind of like thematic Warhammer like lore stuff that we all enjoy so much. And I don't think that the Minka Lesk model will be like selling out or anything. They said basically anybody that purchases is going to be guaranteed. So it will take up to 120 days. But as long as you pick that up by August 7th of 2023. So you got plenty of time on that, actually, like a multiple week pre-order period for that. And then it will be dispatched within 120 days. I would imagine if you get your order filled pretty quickly, they're going to have a bunch of these ready to go. It's only if they have like excess demand over that, that we'll see that be the case. So very cool. Not a ton of stuff this week, but definitely some really cool stuff for the right people. So if you're one of those people and you're going to be picking up some of these pre-orders, let me know what you get down below. Did you have any issue getting a hold of the pre-orders where you're at? Again, I already heard some reports about the Necromunda core rulebook, and we see that did sell out very, very quickly. Also, some of the other stuff sold out in a little bit there as well. So special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the video. Check them out to save 15%. Link in the description. That's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm honestly surprised how quickly that core rulebook sold out for Necromunda, but probably shouldn't be. And I'm out of here.